Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to do Windows deployment services, and this is just a way that we can deploy our Windows OS to our client machines via the network. And with that being said, we can see that Windows deployment services is a network-based application. Before we go ahead and do that, we want to do a couple of things within the VirtualBox manager. So we can go settings, we want to go storage, and what we want to do is add a new optical drive, right? So you can see I already have one here, so let's go ahead and click OK. Right, we can also go and go storage and add a hard disk, but we are going to do that within the OS. So let's go ahead and load up our server. Right, we'll be back when it's loaded. Okay, so let's log in to our server, and what we're doing is we are going to head straight to cancel that, minimize this. We are going to head straight to disk management, right? And what we're going to do is click on the C drive here, and we're going to shrink volume. Right, when this loads up, we can select how much, or the size of the volume we want to shrink, right? So I'm gonna click, right, 20,000. You're gonna click shrink. Right, so here it is. What we want to do is click new simple volume, go through this setup. We can assign it a letter. I'm gonna click M. I'm gonna click next. Right, you're gonna go ahead and click next here and finish. Okay, and there you can see we have our new volume. Close this. You can open File Explorer, go to this PC, and here you can see our volume is set up, right? So we can close this for now. Let's go back to Server Manager, and let's go to Add Rows and Features. Next. What we can do is go down to Windows Deployment Services, add features, click next, and next. We're gonna leave these two options checked, okay? Deployment server and transport server. We're gonna click next, and we're gonna click install, and we're going to allow this to install, and we'll be back when it's all finished. Okay, we are back. Let's click close. Right, we can go tools, scroll down to Windows Deployment Services. Right, we can see our server, and you can see our question mark here. It's not configured, so let's configure that. Configure server. We can click next. Right, well, okay. You can see before you begin, ensure that the following requirements are met. Okay, so we need to make sure, okay, let's just stop for a moment. We need to make sure that our DHCP and DNS servers are set. Okay, so to check that, we can also always go to, let's check DNS first. As you can see, my hosts are set up, and my pointers are set up. Right, we can go launch and let's look up, and there you can see my default server is registered with its IP address. Okay, so you can close this and you can check DHCP. Right, IP version 4. You can go server option, we can go scope, sorry, right, and address pool, and then you can see my start and end IP address is set, and my excluded IP's address are set. So we can close this, and let's go back to Windows Deployment Services. Okay, so right click, configure server. Okay, so this is just a warning they're saying to make sure that those stuff is set up, right? Active Directory, etc. Click next. We're leaving this on integrated with Active Directory. Let's click next. right? And here this folder was going to be created on this drive, but let's change it to M, which we created before. So I'm going to save on the M drive. Let's click next. We're going to leave these two options checked. Click next. And what we're going to do is click respond to all client computers, right? You don't have to activate this option, so let's leave it as that and click next. Right, let's this right is configuring. Okay, let's click finish. Right, so here you can see there's boot image, install images. Right, so what we're going to do firstly is add in our boot image. Right, so let's click add. We can browse, and here you can see that Windows is mounted here, ISO, and what we're going to do is go into the sources folder and look for boot.wim. So here you can see that. Let's click open, click next. Here we can adjust the file name or the image description, the image name or image description. So what we are just going to name it Windows 10, because this is a Windows 10 edition that we are going to install our client's machine. Okay, Windows 10 Pro. Right, and click next. Okay, it's just verified information. Next. Right, let's go into add the boot image. Okay, you can click finish. Right, so you can see it's added here. Windows Pro setup. And now let's add the install images. Click add install, and we can just name this group client OS. Click next. Now let's browse for our install file. I'm going to find this here. Let's open this, and here it is. We can click open and click next. Right, and here you can see Windows 10 Pro. You can click next again and next, and it will be adding the window images. Okay, so let that install. Okay, it's adding the image now. Right, definitely will take some time, so yeah, let's allow that to boot up. Right, let's click finish, and there you go. The Windows image has been added along with our client OS group. Let's fix this name. I have a typo here. Let's fix this name. Alright guys, that's it. So I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching.